Hi everyone. Today I have a quick tip to share with you on my Tips and Tools Tuesday. I'd like to share with you how I figure the finished length on my drapery panels when the rod needs to go all the way up to the crown mold or just about to the ceiling, and the panels need to just come to the floor. You know, when you have no wiggle room. Well, it's really important to have the drapery hardware in the workroom in order to figure this finished length. When I'm working on a job and we're using hardware that we use over and over again, then what I do is I keep a Ziploc bag under my table on my rolling shelf. And in the bag I keep a bracket, a rod, and a ring. Come on, I'll show you how I do this. I'm going to show you how to figure your panel finished length when your brackets and rod are going to go just underneath the crown mold. In this example, I'm going to use 115 inches as my crown mold height, simply because there's a line on my table and it'll make it easier to show you. And I think I'm going to give myself about 1/4 of an inch wiggle room, so I'm going to place the bracket on my table 1/4 of an inch underneath the 115 inch mark. And then I'll slide my ring on the rod. And I'm going to have the inside of the ring touching the top of the rod. And then I can easily slide that over and look at the bottom of my ring and see that it's just at about 112 inches. So I know that if I want the top of the panel to touch the bottom of the ring and the panel to come all the way to the floor, then my panel finished length is going to be 112 inches. Now, just like I'm showing you in the photograph, you want to also make sure that your finial is going to be able to clear the ceiling within that crown mold. So you want to have your finials in the workroom as well. Okay. Something else I need to share to go along with that tip about figuring your finished length for your drapery panels. You know, we really need to understand fabric characteristics. You know, every fabric has its own personality, all the different fibers that we work with, and we need to understand what may happen to that fabric once it gets into the client's home. So does your fabric feel a little stretchy, or does it feel good and stable? Sometimes, depending upon the fabric I'm working on, I may decide to make an adjustment to that finished length because I want to make sure that when it's hanging in the client's home, it does what I'm expecting it to do. So understand your fabrics, play around with them a little bit before you actually are dead set on that finished length. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to go play with some beautiful fabrics today, and I hope you get to do the same. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed this tip. Share it if you know someone who may enjoy it, and I'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. God bless. Bye now.